think you say, ew, gross, because Rusty loves me. Ew, gross.
What's up, y'all? Let's turn up right here. Let's go. It's crazy the guy's name is Babcock. Like, it's such a... That's why he's such a hard ass, probably.
He is a cock.
Yeah, he's a... Yeah.
Dude, some of those stories people have been saying about him, like, pretty fucking wild. She
Yeah.
sounds like a complete scumbag.
Yeah, I think that, like, I put a post up yesterday, and I think I missed... Well, no, I know I missed one with Spezza. Did you hear what he did to Spezza?
No, I don't think so. I know there's been a bunch more coming out.
So when he was in Toronto, like both of them were in Toronto,
Oh, yeah.
I think it was opening night, the season after he had left Ottawa or something, whatever it was.
Oh, God, what a feed from Michael.
And he, oh yeah, we're all watching this game 5 here. Ridiculous series, Carolina, Vegas. But he just like scratched Spezza after his dad, who was like terminally ill, had flown out. Like just stupid shit where it's like in the home opener, you're scratching a veteran guy who like it's just stupid shit where you're like, you're just a scumbag, you know?
He's pretty sure he's the coach that scratched Mike Modano in his last game, so he didn't get 1,500 also.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. And the whole Mitch Marner thing about asking who is the least uh, hardworking guys on the team, and then showing the whole team.
Oh, I didn't see that he showed the whole team.
Yeah, yeah. He just humiliated him pretty much, and like he was trying to play mind games within the locker room. So I mean, yeah, that whole thing is just a wild situation because it seems
Yeah.
like McDavid. I don't know if you guys saw, but it came out that McDavid and Draisaitl had an interview with Mikey Smallcock. And in the interview, they pressed little Dick, and then they came away. Like reportedly, it said they came away and they were happy. They were like, "This is our guy."
Yeah. I mean, I think I heard I don't think the NHL is going to let him coach again. I also heard they're looking at other people now and kind of backing off him. But
Yeah,
who the fuck knows what happens?
yeah, exactly. I mean, what I saw was that like you remember the thing in Columbus with the hooking the iPhones up to the projectors and shit.
Yeah.
So that apparently like that wasn't all he did. So he didn't resign after all that came out because of that. He resigned because they were looking into deeper shit apparently. But like you said, who really knows that that other stuff hasn't come out? It just seemed like a dickhead. I mean,
Yeah.
like you said, his name is Cox, so it's not that surprising.
Fitting.
Yeah. All right, boys. Well, anyway, we're just, cold open, going right into it. We were talking a little bit before about Jordan Staal and even just maybe Conn Smythe. So, Jake, you think it's what, Marner or Stalzy?
Yeah. I mean, I don't really see how you can make any other choice at this point unless somebody does something crazy on Carolina. I think Marner pretty much locked it up for Vegas.
Yeah. JB, what do you think? I mean, what about like fucking the bus? What if he just, I mean, takes over the series? He could be a decent little number to bet on.
Yeah, no, definitely. He came in kind of in a tough spot. Finished out that, what was it, game 3 that he came in late.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, tough spot to be in. And then, I mean, it was wasn't it his playoff debut, which is kind of crazy in the cup final. I mean, it's
Yeah.
just tough, like, their situation over there. Because, like, Freddie Anderson played great. I mean, they kind of ran through, obviously, the beginning portion of the playoffs. just in sweeps. And Carolina's a great team, but I feel like his numbers have been pretty good, and he looked pretty solid. But to jump in mid-cup final and kind of go on a run, I mean, I don't hate that, but I do agree. I mean, Marner's played unreal, and the storyline with Marner too, right? Like situation he was in Toronto, and then always. I mean, that was the biggest like issue with him. I feel like everyone said Nylander was the guy when it came to the playoffs, and Marner would always kind of crawl into a shell. But I mean, you look at him with this Vegas team, and I think he proved a lot of people wrong.
Yeah, no, 100%. I think everybody wants Marner to win it, just for the like comedic kind of part of it, you know? Like I don't really care which team wins this series. I don't think most people do if your team's not in it, but the funniest possible final is definitely Marner winning Conn Smythe after all this.
It's honestly just a feel good story, right?
Yeah, definitely.
I mean, if you believe in scripts, this might be one.
I don't believe in script. I mean, I think that the idea of scripts are even kind of like ridiculous, you know, especially hockey.
Yeah.
Oh, you might have just been fucking around, but people legitimately think that like
No, people legitimately totally think that. And like sometimes like obviously like I don't believe in that. It's funny to say, but sometimes shit just happens and it's so crazy that it's like it like would make sense, but it's just obviously not fucking true.
yeah, I mean the only thing you could say are fixed or like what I think we've said in our conversations is just like you look at a draft lottery. And I don't think that that shit would be hard at all to fake, you know? But then you have some people out there who are it's like people with politics. They're like, nope. It's like whichever way they believe, like if their team wins the lottery, it's like, no. What do you mean? They use fucking ping pong balls. Like it's it's as legit as it can be, you know? But I think most people would think you could easily fake that. But who knows? Who really knows?
Yeah.
Yeah. What else we got going on here? We got a we got a tight game right now. It's 1-1 first period. Have you guys you said the last time we spoke who you would have, right? I think did we all say Vegas? Maybe we want Carolina just because of some Taylor Hall, but felt like Vegas is gonna win.
Thought I went Carolina.
Yeah, I think JB did go Carolina.
Oh, okay. It's weird. Like throughout this series, like I don't know how much you guys have watched, but it's I feel like we're all probably watching when we can. But it seems like Vegas is just like they do have this. It's hard because both teams honestly are so good.
They honestly both have it.
Yeah, yeah. I think
I
I
don't
don't
know
know.
what it is. I mean, like I think like as a Bruins fan, I'm like thinking like when Vegas is down two in the third, like they're gonna fucking tie it. Like there's a or most likely they're gonna tie it. Like I remember like thinking like, oh, here we fucking go again. There's no shot.
Are you talking this series or are you talking elsewhere?
I mean, like for Vegas, it's just like always that's the way they play. But like both of these teams, like no lead
It's the
is safe.
believability because
Yeah,
they've done it
like,
before, right? Like they've
exactly.
won. Dude, McNabb just went ass over tea kettle, dude.
Did he? I didn't
Yeah,
see it.
yeah, watch it. It's probably coming up. It's just funny. He like tripped over his own feet. But
Oh
no,
yeah.
I agree with you,
God.
Jake. He or not he, but yeah, they have that built-in like confidence. Like I think if you compare just the benches, like down a goal late in the third, I think that Vegas team probably looks a lot more calm and collected. I mean, Carolina's proved that they can do it, but I still think in Carolina's head, it's like, damn, dude, like we finally broke through what we haven't been able to do in years. That's why I went with them. Like, I just like I think if they don't win it this year, it's just hard. Like next year, it's going to be even more competitive. You have Florida back in the mix. Like I just think that it makes sense that this is their like year. But
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know. Vegas is unreal too. Like
especially
Hearts.
with I don't know
Go
if
ahead.
you saw like obviously you're seeing all the trade requests. Like it's starting to feel like we're in the ring chasing era of the NHL. I mean, like Larkin requested a trade to two of the teams that have won the last three cups, and then what was it? Minnesota, who's a wagon now. I don't know. It's just starting to feel like what happened with the NBA like 10 years ago is potentially starting to arise in the NHL, which obviously there's levels to it. It's much hockey and basketball are two completely different sports where you have a couple superstars on the team doesn't mean you're automatically going to win. But
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely see where you're coming from with that. I agree. But like obviously to an extent. And I think I don't know, I think it's a good thing personally. Like I honestly remember a lot of years watching this game where you would see players who were really good and they would just rot on shitty teams. And it was always kind of stupid to me because it's like, all right, well, that guy could go somewhere else and, maybe he doesn't want to, but the NHL was just always so traditional, right? Like you look at Crosby, and I don't think he's ever gonna leave Pittsburgh, and that's his decision, obviously. But I just think there shouldn't be a negative connotation around a guy like Crosby or like any player who's like put in some time with an organization to just go, yeah, I want to go to Vegas. Or, I mean, I think
Where do you
Larkin,
stand on the loyalty side of it though? From like on the other side of it, so not the player, but like from an organizational standpoint. Like, do you
yeah,
think that the loyalty should, like, do you think it's better? You're better off being like a Vegas, because I always think about that. Like, you look at the Bruins and how many guys that they could have potentially moved
but
that they ended
chose,
up,
yeah,
they chose the loyalty route and kind of just ate it and used them for as long as they could. And then, because like the closest thing you have to it is Brad Marchand. And what did you get in return? Like,
yeah. No, that's a really good point, man. When you just asked, especially like, is it better to be Vegas? Because look at it. Dylan Larkin just requested a trade. Where did he ask? One of the three teams was Vegas. And then that's this team that we're, widely considering cutthroat, and they have been, but that's not necessarily like that doesn't mean they're evil or wrong. I look at them, they're in the final.
yeah,
And
I think they truly are the whole, like you hear all the players talk about, like, there's two sides of it. There's the game and then there's the business side. And I truly think that Vegas is one of the only teams that really show the business side of it.
mm,
Like, you come here, you're going to be on a competitive team. Most likely you're going to go on a pretty decent run, if not win a cup. And
for
at that
sure.
point, you win a cup. Like, you look at Hurdle, it's like he has a cup. Like, can you really be mad at the organization? Like, the money's not going to work out. We want to go in a different direction. You got your cup, and see you later. So it is
Yeah.
tough. But because then you think some teams, like you brought up, Crosby, and it's like, I don't know, there's some respect to that too, where it's like he's only played on one team. He's been an absolute legend. He's going to be
Yeah.
in the history books, and he didn't choose to run off. The question is would that situation have been different if Crosby didn't have the cups?
yes, I think so.
Is Ovi, did Ovi get moved if Ovi doesn't have a cup? So there is that window that I feel like
Yeah.
we've all talked about. Like, the team has a certain window that they need to at least be very competitive, and if you're not, I think you owe it to the player to move on. And even like we said, from the organizational side, it doesn't make sense to just let the asset completely dwindle down to not being worth anything.
I
Yeah.
think a huge part of it too is like prime example what you're seeing in Edmonton right now. If the organization can't put a team together that has a legit chance of winning the cup, and obviously Edmonton's been to the finals 2 years, so they're more than capable of doing it. But like in Dylan Larkin's case, where he's been there for 10 years, 11 maybe, whatever, 10 or
Like,
11.
No playoffs.
No playoffs, not even playoffs. Like, I think it's so valid for him to request a trade. He just won a fucking gold medal. Excuse me. And a lot of his Olympic teammates are in the Stanley Cup final right now, have won cups in the last couple of years. And you guys have heard about that group chat. Like, these guys all talk to each other. Like,
Yeah, they're
they all
humans.
have winning fever.
Yeah, I mean they're human beings, and I think hockey players have always been competitive, but I think a huge part of it was always like this stigma that it was almost like the players had to show a level of loyalty that the team doesn't. Like it was just kind of a silly thing. Like it should always be up to the player, right? Like Dylan Larkin, the way that team's going, they might not legit be able to be a contender for 5 years. So what? As they enter their window, he's 35. It's like fuck that. Like I'm not like that's not gonna work. And it's like I think JB had just said before too. It's kind of stupid if you're the organization to do it that way as well. Like I think it even could work out for Detroit, trading him. Depending on what they can get back.
I definitely agree with it. I think it just kind of like puts teams in bad spots. Like I don't know, like the Bruins thing. It's kind of hard. Like the Bruins, you could argue too. They made it kind of work. Like we got the cup in 2011, and obviously they were such a competitive team for so many years. So it was such a different story. But I do think that some of these teams, like you look at Detroit, and it's like, I mean, we're pretty far into the whatever Yzerman plan or whatever. Like,
Yeah.
when is it going to start to actually play out, and they make the playoffs? And I mean, going into this year, I thought it was going to happen for them, but then it's like, all right, well now you have Larkin, solidified 2C. Are you able to, like, you remain pretty competitive? Are you able to get another center in that room?
You talking
Like,
Detroit still, or
yeah, yeah, yeah. Like if they were to keep Larkin,
yeah? What is
and
their
it's
other
like,
centers? It is like him and Andrew Kopp or something, right? Like yeah, I don't
yeah.
think it's anyone strong.
But that's what I mean. Like you kind of
Yeah.
you're at the ceiling with Dylan Larkin. Like you're not, like, he is what he is,
Yeah.
and it's like,
Which
yeah,
is
he
probably
went
why you
on.
haven't made the fucking playoffs. Is because you don't really have like enough.
Yeah, I think they're in such a weird spot, anyways. Like they don't really have that 1C, and then you look like they went out, they got Patty Kane, and it's like he's
Yeah.
good, but he's also kind of on the back. I mean, he's definitely on the back nine.
Yeah, he
Like it's
did.
these teams that are kind of just in the middle of it,
Yeah,
and they're grasping at trying to, like, I don't know. It's like they're rushing it almost in a sense,
for
but
sure. Yeah, they're looking for their nut just too quick. Like, buddy, grab some lotion, take yourself on a date,
but
relax.
it is hard
It is
because
hard. Men are bigger.
firsthand, yeah, firsthand, we talk about it all the time. Obviously, Bruins fans, and I mean, we're trying to wait and be patient to see what kind of happens. I know you brought up about Sweeney's remarks, but being in the moment, I think even like in season compared to now, you look at it so different. Like when you're
Yeah.
watching a Tuesday night game, you're like, damn, I want them to go out and make something happen. Like I don't want to continue watching them not be great.
Well, that's the
But
thing, man. No, like 100%, and that's we're talking about like it seems like Kane and then everything else they've done haven't been like those two moves were inconsistent because that was Larkin's issue with Stevie Y is he remember he came out I think last deadline or something and he was like
yeah,
we didn't get enough like I'd like it if our GM made a trade is pretty much what he said and like you look at where they're at now like Buffalo coming up the Bruins fell off and they're kind of going back up into that trajectory like next year the Panthers are back it's going to be a fucking dogfight so
when did they
Larkin,
get Gibson? Was that a deadline move or was that a trade beforehand?
I think it was a off-season trade, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Because they got him before Edmonton. There was a lot of rumors about Edmonton potentially. Because, they're consistently just looking. Anyone got a goalie? Like fucking scratching their neck outside of a 7-Eleven.
It's a dangerous place to be when you
Yeah.
start thinking about it, of like just the loyalty side of it, where the player owes the team. It's like, especially in like if you're in the original six market, it's like this thing of just like you're playing on such a historical franchise. You owe it to the city. Like this is where you should want to be.
Yeah.
But I mean, now like Vegas being in the mix, Florida being such a good team, the Lightning being such a good team. Like, I mean, dude, like if I could play, like I think obviously all three of us would love to play for the Bruins in the
Yeah.
next life that we live in. But I think if you were able to get that out of the way and play somewhere else, like I could definitely see you wanting to go.
But I'll even add to what you're saying because I think we would love to play for the Bruins so much, which is why we never made the NHL. Like, if you make
Yeah.
the NHL, like Ryan Whitney, think about him as a prime example. This came up in one of our conversations before. He's not really like a fan of a team. Like, he picked the Oilers after and has kind of just rode them, but he was never a Bruins guy, you know? So
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of the NHL players don't really have that strong of an affiliation, and people forget they're just human beings who are working. And it's like that guy, he's good. They pay him money to play. He should be able to like say, I want to go here, you know? Like just because he gets drafted by Winnipeg, this kid's got to live in Winnipeg for the next 20 years on a shitty team. It's like fuck that. Like so I like that they're opening this up. And you know, if you look at Werenski in 2 years and he wants out, people are gonna be, oh, it's the USA team's tampering. It's like, or they're just grabbing their fucking balls and saying, I don't want to live in Columbus. Maybe he does, but you guys get what I mean. You know, just as an example.
Yeah, I think Johnny Hockey was one of the ones that kind of went in the other direction. Like I remember when all of that was going on and he had mentioned like just being extremely happy in Columbus. He wanted to be, I think he's originally from Philly, so he wanted to be
Jersey.
like or Jersey. Yeah, he wanted to be somewhere like somewhat close to family, right? That they could hop in their car and still be able to go or take a quick flight, but just wanting to settle in with his family in kind of a lower, I don't know, key market.
Yeah.
But still, and then I mean, there are a couple of years there. It's like, damn, they're starting to look pretty competitive.
Yeah.
This past year, I thought they put together a respectable season, but so I think it goes on both sides. But yeah, I don't think you can complain, especially when you're not the team, right? Like we're not the Floridas or the Vegas.
Yeah.
Like it's up to the organization to make it an appealing location to go to. If you're winning, players are going to want to go there. It doesn't
Yeah.
really matter, I think, where you are. Because you
That,
look at
yeah.
what we just said, it's cutthroat in Vegas. And look
Yeah.
how many guys want to go there. So it's like they just want to go and win.
100%. No, it's a great, I'm glad you said that because I feel like that's something that people forget. Maybe I even forget because like it's like we all kind of go, oh, like, you know, these teams get this advantage because they're in Florida or wherever. And it's like some guys aren't guys who want to move to Florida. Like I don't know, Quinn Hughes might be, right? But I think it's also like Quinn Hughes could be a guy who really vibes with Minnesota. Like or, you know, my prediction on him, I think he signs a short-term deal in Minnesota in a year where whenever he can. And then I think after that, that's when him and the brothers go play together. But the point is,
I
people
think you
think we
brought
don't
it
need
up
a
too
guy.
before. Do you see the brothers reuniting in Jersey, or do you think the brothers leave Jersey?
Fuck Jersey.
I agree with you. I think the same thing. Like I think, which is just crazy. You talk about movement in the league, like
You talk about kicking your ex to the curb, just being like,
a
fuck you, we're going
package
to.
deal of these two young brothers that are sick. Like,
Yeah, I mean, are you talking about a trade to Mini or because I think like they could align their contracts and they could just all choose their destination. That's probably tampering, but dude, they're fucking brothers. Like, what do you expect?
yeah, and how much money these guys make off the ice. Like, I'm not saying that they're not going to want to get their bag, but I don't know. Even with the salary cap going up, I still think there has to be a level of like being cautious with contracts.
Hmm.
Like, and it's obviously easier said than done, but like you look at Kaprizov's situation. I mean, he gouged them. What was it, 16 million?
17.
17.
17. I mean, that's a lot of money to tie up on a player. And like, yeah, great. He's a great player and whatever, but to now have like, I don't know where they're exactly at in like the salary cap situation for next year, but
Not the best spot.
yeah, like I could imagine that they're in kind of a tight situation.
Yeah.
And now it's like you got to try to rub two stones together and make a fire. But yeah,
No, for
we'll see.
sure.
It's exciting, dude. It's definitely exciting. I kind of cut you off there, but I remember, I think you had said that though before, like about the brothers, and then also just like where is Jersey going to be in like
Yeah.
when is Quinn's contract? Like, what do you think he signs when
I
it
think
is
he
up?
signs a 2 or 3 year extension in mini
And
if
Hughes,
it goes
or
well. That would be
yeah,
my
and
guess.
Jack must still have a few years left
So that's the
because he
thing.
signed an 8x8, right? When he first,
Yeah,
like
so
his
I think
first year.
he might have five. So that I think like this, I saw this online. I think someone was saying a 3 year deal extension for Quinn, and then their deals align. So say he signs three more, that means he'll have like 4.5 seasons in Minnesota. I think that's giving Billy Guerin enough time to say, hey, you made a decision and you did all of this, and I respect that, and the situation's like great. And then after like 4.5, 5 seasons, I think, he's his own person. He can go wherever the fuck he wants. He doesn't have to stay there forever, right? Just because Billy G fucking traded Boyum. It's like fuck.
I mean,
This
that
guy
would be little USA, dude.
what
Like,
did he?
yeah, yeah. I mean, you got Matt Boldy, Brock Faber, then you bring
I know.
in the Hughes brothers.
If they got Larkin,
Yeah, it'd be insane. Like,
imagine that.
there would be some storyline with that.
Yeah. But
Definitely answering some questions.
when you said that about Johnny Gaudreau, it reminded me because that is so true. Like he surprised a lot of people. He didn't go the route that everything was kind of trending. Like Panarin goes and signs with the Rangers for the most money. And then you just see Johnny Gaudreau took like a pretty big deal, but went to Columbus. So I wonder at these other guys who are starting to either, come to free agency or whatever, like Brady Tkachuk, being definitely a huge name on that list. Where do you think Brady Tkachuk would want to go? And I know obviously I'm thinking Boston, but give me like two other cities that you think would make sense for Brady.
Florida,
Okay, definitely, yeah. If they can fit the money.
St. Louis,
They're from St. Louis.
Dallas.
Yeah.
I
The
could
St. Louis one would be interesting, to be honest with you, because like you look and I don't know, like he or Matthew got the cup with Florida, so it's like he's just kind of already done his business there. Obviously, it's great to live in Florida, but you know that that's gotta be a conversation that they've had, like to be able to
Oh,
go and play for St. Louis,
yeah.
and try to obviously it'd be Brady trying to win a cup, his first cup, but
That would be a cool like NHL be a GM mode storyline. Just fucking
well, because it's
Matthew and
just tough because
Brady
of
meet
where
up
St.
in
Louis
St.
is at.
Louis. Yeah.
Yeah. Like I think when you ask that question, you're thinking, all right, Brady, where he's at in his career, he probably wants to go and make a solid push for like a cup.
Yeah.
Not, I mean, I don't
Yeah.
know if he just signs in St. Louis, even if both of them do. Like, I don't know if that really
Those two,
completely changes the tune there.
yeah, exactly. Like Florida had Barkov, right? And I think St. Louis has a decent squad, but they're kind of in a weird spot too, where they have a couple of young forwards and stuff, but everyone else on their team is kind of built for a team that already won the cup like 7 years ago.
Can you imagine Brady on Minnesota?
Oh, that's
Dude, they're
amazing.
already a team of mooses.
Yeah. I mean, that's a big.
Marcus Foligno. They have some big dudes on the back end.
I mean,
And
this
they're
is
just
just
a lanky team anyways. Matt Boldy's got to be 6'2", 6'3". I feel like they're all pretty massive.
this is just a complete like crazy thing, but like Jake said, like talking about the NBA and kind of where that went. Like if you were to expand on that thought and to say, okay, like let's get like four teams that are really stacked. And it's probably one's Florida, and then another one is probably Vegas, Colorado, and then um Minnesota. And imagine like Brady and Matthews, like Austin Matthews in Minnesota. or even just Austin Matthews, honestly, because he
Yeah.
might be a bigger, like fix to what they're looking for. Like Matthews could low key go to a different team and people will do the same thing with Marner. They're gonna be like, Matthews sucks, and they're gonna watch him play on Minnesota and be like, holy shit, he's fucking sick. It's funny.
So that's actually a thought I had the other day because, like, obviously we know I sent you guys that thing with all the centers that are available,
Mm.
give or take. But I was like, we hate on Matthews a lot. Look what Marner's doing right now. Like, would you guys be like, because I want the Bruins. We need a fucking number one center. We all know that.
Yeah.
But that intrigues me. Matthews. And I'm kind of a big Matthews hater, but like I think could work. Obviously, you
Yeah,
have
I
to
think
fucking give up so much, but
the Matthews conversation is definitely tough because you're on two sides of it. Like when he's playing for the Leafs, yeah, it's like he kind of. I mean, now it's kind of at the point I kind of feel bad for him, but I mean, watching what he did with Team USA, like unbelievable 200-foot center. Like I thought defensively, he was one of the best players out there. Like he didn't have any crazy highlight reel plays, goals, or anything, but I thought he was very consistent. Kind of what they needed. He kind of resembled a little bit of a Jack Eichel. I thought. Like I didn't realize his 200-foot defensive game, especially, was as good as it was. So I kind of agree with you. I mean, I think I would question more of like if I don't know. I guess if he goes to free agency, like I'm more worried or I guess concerned about how that would even happen. Like,
Mm.
because I don't think Toronto can afford to do that. So you're looking at a trade, which then it's like, do you see Toronto dealing him to the Bruins?
Yeah. I know that's the unfortunate part
I
of
mean,
this conversation.
I don't think that the Maple Leafs would ever make another trade with the Bruins because they always get
Yeah,
fucked. But
But here's the
I'd
thing.
love for them to because it would
We
work out for us.
we
yeah,
keep saying that though, and they keep doing it. So maybe they actually don't, they haven't learned from their mistakes. But no, it's definitely a valid point, especially after just like even the last one. Maybe if they were to get Fraser Minton back in that trade.
and their pick. That's the trade.
Yeah. Well, that's actually I think I brought this up a few weeks ago when we had talked about that because that is what makes the Bruins interesting as a target for him, where the Bruins have the 2028 unprotected first. So if if the Leafs have to trade Austin Matthews and they don't have their own unprotected first, they're kind of fucked. Like, how bad is that team going to be if they trade Austin Matthews all of a sudden in a year?
Yeah.
So to not have your first round pick when you're about to probably tank is a killer. So it would almost kind of force you to say we're going to take Boston more seriously because of that.
Yeah, I think the Mitch Marner situation was the worst thing that ever happened to them.
Oh, yeah.
Because I think coming back from the Olympics, it was probably already a thought in Matthews's head. Like, I mean, boys, how nice was that playing on a winning team and the pedigree of players that was in that locker room and just the mentality that they had in comparison to what he's had in Toronto. But then now one of his better friends, I would imagine, goes on to have an unbelievable record season, playing lights out in the playoffs. I mean, does that not just make the thought even bigger in his head of wanting to probably get out? Like, you just got the first overall pick. Like, how much weight can you put on Gavin McKenna?
Yeah. Well, and also
Leafs
like
fans will.
yeah, but also even just like in a way that kind of helps Matthew have less guilt about leaving, about being like, all right, well, you got the future. Now let's see what you do to this fucking guy.
Yeah.
You
He
know?
just dabs him up on the way out. Good
Yeah.
luck, bud. I'll sell you my penthouse.
Yeah, he's like, you can have my Audi Q5 just on the house,
I
buddy.
literally have a room in my house. It's just my crying room. I just go in there and just cry.
All my windows are tinted on my Audi, just too, because there's TMZ everywhere. But yeah, I mean, it's interesting. I think Matthews is like vocally said the right things, at least to them. And I personally think the direction they're going now, I think is better than where they've been. Like, I know there was all this shit about Chaka, but I have a feeling that he seems pretty smart. Like, I saw that so they've reached out to a ton of coaches, but one guy that I thought was interesting was Pavelski, Joe Pavelski. And I think you guys have probably seen, but like at some point in the season, it came out that the game before Geeky broke his 17 game scoring drought this year, he got a text, or Pavelski texted Steve Spott because they used to know each other in Dallas, and he sent him a huge text about Geeky, like about the mentality of being a goal scorer, all this shit. And Geeky scored a hat trick the next game. And he also did that to Hurdle at
Should
some
sign
point,
him, man. Does he want to be an associate
an associate of.
for the Bees?
Oh yeah, well I know,
Get
but
him in the room.
the Leafs were looking at him,
No, I know.
and
Yeah.
he also did it to Hurdle as well, who had a 30 game goalless streak, and he broke it, and he's actually had a great playoffs since I think he broke the streak during the playoffs. So
There
uh,
definitely is something with the players. Like being an ex-player and truly understanding
oh yeah,
what
100%.
it takes. You look at like Rod Brindamore, he's been great.
I
But
was
I
gonna
think some
ask
of
you
these coaches
guys.
that
Yeah, no, I was gonna ask you guys though, what just like a quick thought, what do you think he could have really talked about? Like it's just kind of a loose question, but for someone who's struggling putting the puck in the net, like what would you think someone would tell them?
I mean, honestly, I think it's for these guys, I think it's like it becomes an obsessive thing. I think the way that the game has changed, like we even see it just with some of these young kids, dude, like the moves they're trying, and I feel like it just becomes too complex. And
Mm,
you kind of get away from what the game really is. I mean, the game, yeah, systems within it have changed, but like the game itself hasn't changed since its origination. So it's like I think having that conversation with him or with Geeky or Hurdle, whoever he was talking to, I think probably trying to find a couple of things that they strayed away from. Maybe they're doing a little bit too much. Like I think Morgan Geeky, when he's at his best, he's ripping the puck, and I think he's a great shooter. There was times where we were asking ourselves, how many more like posts can he hit? I mean, he's drilling, he's denting every single post that there is. So it's like you're already there, but I think it just becomes a mental thing. So I think being an ex-player and probably having moments that he's gone through the same thing, I think you just try to be relatable. And I mean, Mike, you always say to me on Chell, dude, stop gripping the stick so tight.
yeah. Yeah, that's definitely it. I mean, Jake, what about you? What would you text
Yeah,
Morgan?
I mean, I guess just like play your game, like probably thinking too much. I mean, obviously it's the playoffs, so it's a whole different game, but
Yeah.
it's got to play your game. Obviously, intensify it a bunch, but play your game. Don't stray away from your game.
Yeah, I remember hearing something really interesting from McKinnon years ago about his like sports psychologist, and essentially I remember him talking about like early in the game, his psychologist would tell him to like get a couple touches like in certain ways and don't like overthink them, but just make a play. Like make the simple play and do it like 3 or 4 times. Like maybe in other words to say, don't try to score a goal on your first puck touch. Like make a play, make a simple thing. And once you kind
Make a
of,
good pass.
yeah,
That's what
exactly.
our high school coach would always say.
Just do a
First objective, just make a good pass.
Yeah, yeah. Like stop on a puck, pick your head up and find someone. Like just don't get yourself too deep into a play because I think McKinnon would just, probably be he seems like he's all in his head unless he isn't. So, I mean, that I just thought that was interesting and maybe it was something along the lines of that or th go out there and throw a hit in your first shift, like get just like, don't think about it, but yeah, who knows. But good answers from both of you guys. Just kind of a random question. But what a game we have here still, guys. I mean, 10-6 in shots. We're about halfway through 1-1. you had a feeling this game was going to be pretty low scoring, just with everything that, that's at stake. I mean, I think a huge percentage of teams that win this game win the cup, right? I mean, it's got to be like 70%.
Yeah, you would think. I mean, it's just so competitive that I think even if you lose this game, you have two more games that are just going to be, if you can stretch it that far, but it's just going to be a dogfight the whole way.
These teams are so interestingly
It's
matched.
a huge game, I think, for Carolina. You're
Yeah,
at home, try to squeak this one out. I mean, Vegas has to be a difficult place to play.
it would also be the first time they like flip the momentum a little bit. Oh, is this Halsey?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
He seems kind of fine though. He's getting up and bitching about it.
Listen to the Chicklets guys talking about Halsey, and they had made the remark about he's like kind of playing like Sam Bennett.
Mm,
And it is like funny, like a guy like that, just wants to win so bad.
Do
yeah.
whatever it fucking takes.
Yeah. Well, Mike, I wanted to ask you, you brought up, I don't know if we were already recording yet or not, but you were talking about Sweeney's remarks,
Oh, yeah, yeah.
that you heard about or whatever.
Oh,
What do you think?
Oh.
Like, I think you had said that he was like a report or something came out that he said that he would be aggressive, or
yeah.
aggressive is kind of like what they're going to be going towards. Like in your, I guess, opinion, what do you think that means? Because I feel like that's like the tune's kind of changed. Like we've been on this wave, I feel like, of not playing the extreme long game, but not rushing things, which I was just curious if you think that changes.
Yeah, I don't think it changed. I think like us three have been pretty reasonable in how we view it, just because we're so invested. Like I think we have our pulse is pretty accurate. But I'll read you what came out. So he was at a golf tournament and he said, "We're certainly going to give it a go. That is our hope. The start of the year, there were a lot of more names on the potential UFA list that kind of dried up. So, in talking to Don coming out of the combine, there was a lot of chatter about trades. So, we'll see where all of that goes," said Neely while speaking to the media at the Neely Golf Tournament, Charles River. They raised 300,000. So he said, if it's going to help us, I am all about being aggressive on the trade front, to be honest with you. Obviously, throughout the year, we felt like we were a little light in the top six, and that's obviously an area we still want to address. On the back end, if the elusive right D that's got some offense at the offensive blue line becomes available, that would be helpful. He said those are things we're still trying to target. If you look at teams that advance in the playoffs, they're pretty stacked throughout their lineup. If it's going to help us today, tomorrow, and the next day, then for sure. We all know where our core group is and would certainly like to give them an opportunity to have another kick at the can. Last year was a good stepping stone, but we still have work to do. So it seems like they're not going to swing on a crazy trade and trade James Higgins tomorrow just to make a trade, but they're going to be active in the market, especially where they feel like they have needs. He mentioned top six forward, right defenseman who can kind of bring offense, isn't just like Andrew Peak, is kind of how I took that, because they have enough guys that, that they can throw back there, but they need someone who's more impactful, like Adam Fox or someone. But yeah, so what are your guys' thoughts on that?
I mean, I like to hear that. I mean, I don't want them to do anything stupid, which I don't think they will. I think they're pretty cautious when it comes to that stuff. But like, I think, yeah, you in this today's NHL, you got to make some sort of move. You got to make a smart, calculated move. But
Yeah,
a
you can't
lot out
just sit around.
on the trade market right now.
Yeah, but yeah, JB, what did you take away from that?
Fires me up, man. It's like a text I send you on a Friday, dude. Just like it's a go.
It's a green light.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of what I'm hearing. I think, like Jake said, calculated. I don't think you kind of take the route that they've been on the last whatever couple years since losing Bergie and just that initial core. But I think you kind of hit it right on the head. I think they need to be aggressive. We said it. They need to make some hockey trades. I mean, the conversation we just had, there's a lot of movement that in the last 2-3 weeks has kind of come to fruition, it seems like. Guys are being a little bit more vocal, and it seems like where we originally thought like everything was at with players, and it seems like that's not totally the case. So I think once you see a couple moves start to happen, I think hopefully the Bruins are in the mix. And I think because you kind of need some chips to fall here. Like it said it in that report that you just kind of said back to us, but
The top four if it's available.
yeah, and just like needing to be better because like okay, you go another season and you don't make moves on Patra, Lowry, like there's some of these guys that I think they need to make a decision on like now.
Yeah.
Like a Lowry, like I don't know if I love just rolling him out again next season without any real like understanding of like what we're doing with him.
Yeah.
Like it seems like they don't overly love him. He's been in trade talks before, and it's like I mean the value is already not great. I think right now,
No.
so it's like you
Yeah.
roll him out again, and it's even worse. It's like, well, what are you doing? Like there's not too many of those movable assets that
Have value.
give you value. We talked about it, Pavel Zacha. I mean, there's really not much. Like I don't think you're moving a Minton just to
Yeah.
move him.
Yeah,
Higgins,
like
we still have to see what he is.
yeah. And you have those first, and to your point, like Zaka, like you now you move Zaka, you better bring in a guy who's better than him because if you trade him and don't even bring back something that helps your team, like he's pretty important to this current roster, right? So
They got to
yeah,
lock him on a good contract. I'm not a fan of the
trading him.
moving Zaka stuff. To be honest with you, like he had a tough go at like when he first came in the league. Like I think that he obviously deserves to get paid. I don't think that being paid needs to mean an exorbitant
Overpaid.
amount of money, yeah, or overpaid.
Yeah.
But I do think that he is owed that. But I also think there's a level of that he owes to the Bruins as well. Like they resurrected his career. They
Yeah.
put him with great players and kind of were able to get him out of a funk and really catapult his career. So I think they need to find a way to get him on a solid contract, lock him up for a decent amount of time, and then that solidifies where you're at with 2C. Because it's the same thing, dude. You get rid of him, then you go out, you're still in that hole of not having a 1C. Obviously,
You
I
don't move him
love
unless
Fraser
you get a
Minton.
1C, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then it's him or it's the 1C Minton and
Yeah,
Lindholm.
or
But
mid like I had him in those Larkin mocks because it's like I think if you get Larkin, you probably have because he's probably a better 2C than Zaka. So I don't know, maybe you try to run them both as your 1A, 1B.
I think even on a cup winning team, I think Minton's your third line center.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know
Like
what
right
his-
now.
Yeah, I was gonna say I
in
don't know
2
what they
years from
think.
now,
I wonder
who
what
knows?
his real ceiling is. He's a very interesting
dude.
player.
Stankoven just got tossed. Dumb play though. Jeremy Lozone.
He's turned into a pretty fucking solid player.
Yeah, I mean, he just took a dumb
He
penalty.
took a penalty. Yeah,
Oh yeah, wow.
It's getting chippy.
stanky leg. Their team is just a bunch of fuck. I'm trying to think of how to describe the Hurricanes. Like they're almost like a bunch of misfits more so than Vegas is, even though that was Vegas's original thing.
Dude, how
Yeah,
about
dude.
Stankoven? Did you guys know he was
He's a
5'8"?
dog.
I did not know he was that short.
I mean, dude, what's Blake?
Yeah, they're tiny.
Oh,
That
Blake-
third line, it's them and isn't it them and Halsey?
I don't know, but they're on the ice. Like they were all on the ice right there.
They're a buzzsaw.
I think
but
that's their
still.
second line, actually. I don't even know. I feel like they switch their lines kind of a lot.
Yeah, it's
Their
the
lines
typical thing in the
either-
NHL. The lines don't overly
Yeah,
like matter in comparison to
but those
playing
two
time.
playing together are definitely small. I mean, they're not big guys at all, but
They're animals though, dude.
Dude,
Yeah.
Stankoven like plays big though.
I think a lot of
Yeah.
these younger guys, dude,
You
like
have
they
they
do.
have to. They have
Look
to.
at Cole Caulfield. Like I mean, to put up 50, yeah, I think he'll come back.
Yeah.
He'll break through in the playoffs. I think just he's that type of player. But like,
He has
yeah,
to
but
get
that's why
there.
our conversations, dude, like Matty Patra, kid put on some serious weight. We saw him down in Providence. He's physical. Like, I think the Bruins just get caught up in that old school hockey. You need to be a big dude to be able to play.
Yeah.
And it's just like, nah, dude. Like
Saw Marchand for 16 years.
yeah, we have that, dude. Like it's already a thing. We have the big guys.
Yeah. And that didn't work. No, I mean, I definitely hear you. I mean, but like just going back to Carolina for a sec, how many guys on this team were kind of like I think the Bruins could look at Carolina as a pretty good comparable for what they're trying to do. You look at how they got Keandre Miller and how good he's been, like getting Taylor Hall for what they had to pay, like they kind of just squeezed him out of a situation for almost nothing. As I think he just ran into the goalie. But Goss to spare, like, they could probably have um like they don't have the biggest stars on their team, but they're just so deep. Like they just have all these players from around the league.
They have the right players to play the system that they play.
Yeah.
Which that's what we've been preaching with the Bruins. That's why you cannot go out and just rush things to rush them. Because then you're in a situation where now like they cannot be in a situation where there's a debate between like having to change play style just to fit the team. Like
Mm.
you bring in a coach for the identity piece of that. Then you build your team.
Yeah.
They bring in Rod Brindamore. He has the systems. And I mean, that was the biggest reason why I had said Carolina to win. Like, they're just so, like, I feel like dialed in on the way that they play. And they have all the pieces that play that way. Their forecheck is unreal. We just brought it up.
Oh,
Two tiny little guys, and they buzz, dude.
yeah. They're
The
flying
D-men have zero time with the puck.
zero time. Yeah, they collapse and their defense, like the forwards for the other team have zero time with the puck either because their defense closes so quickly. Like they're just all over it.
They're a
And
bunch of rodents, dude, that, like, you get called on a Monday morning as an exterminator to
yeah.
go to someone's shed and try to get them out. And they're buzzing around it. How are you going to get them out?
Yeah, you even think about like lower in the lineup, like this Nikishin kid, like
Yeah, they're Russian.
he's a
He's an
refrigerator.
animal.
And then what's
You
his
guys
name?
brought it up originally, dude. Ehlers. A little bit
Yeah.
older, but same thing, dude. He's a buzzsaw. Taylor Hall, buzzsaw. They all have
Yeah.
like similar play styles where they're just fast with the puck. Dude, this is getting nasty, dude.
Holy
Yeah.
shit.
Somebody just got buried. I don't know. I think it's Blake.
Oh, I saw. Well, Stankoven just hit someone pretty hard, and I'm about
Yeah,
to
just
see what you're gonna
down in the
Oh.
corner.
Fucking buzzes.
cross check to the back.
Oh my god.
This is where Carolina needs to capitalize.
Yeah, they gotta figure it out in the power play, huh? Is that McNabb again? Didn't he
Dude,
get a penalty already?
he's a
Dude,
fucking
that was
animal.
insane.
McNabb?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, he's
He also just eats pucks. Like every puck that's in front of him, he just absorbs it.
yeah, he looks like that kind of guy. Like when you look at his face, it's like this guy doesn't feel pain. He'll block 1,000 shots for the boys. He does not give a fuck.
More so
It's
with
even harder now, dude, with the cage.
Yeah.
There's no fear.
Well, I saw you see guys throw elbows up there because they know the injury and stuff, but he's still playing. He's a mutant. But actually, guys, real quick, I don't know if you guys saw this, but today came out the Bruins hired an assistant coach as well, and I completely forgot about that. You guys see that? There's a guy from Germany.
Yeah, I figured Marco had a big say on that one, so hopefully that turns out good.
What was it?
So I forget the guy's name. I could pull it up, but essentially they signed a guy who Marco Sturm had been quoted prior saying, if I ever get a head coach position, he'll be my assistant. So he said that's how much I like the guy. So he really likes him. He was in San Diego for the last 3 years as a head coach of the minor leagues, I believe.
Yeah.
And before that, he had spent a lot of time in Germany and stuff. I don't really know much about his philosophy. I saw someone described him as like the Ted Lasso of hockey, which I don't know. I mean, maybe we can dive into this guy a little bit because maybe he has an interesting philosophy or approach. Bruins new coach. Let's see.
Dude, McNabb is just running, guys. They're showing the replays on both of them.
Oh, yeah, I
On
gotta.
the Halsey hit and then this Blake hit.
I know. I want to like. These are things that would be good to clip. It's always the like short clips that you don't see, like, the goal. Everyone sees it 1,000 times, but these hits, dude, oh, that's a nasty cross check.
I mean, he kind of ducked on him, so like,
Yeah, but I think it
I
just
don't
caught him
know.
in a weird,
Yeah,
in like a bad spot.
And it's the way he goes into the hits, I feel like.
yeah, he
Like
went
he's
head
literally
first
starting
into
with
the
a
fucking
cross
goal.
check, dude.
Yeah, that's not
He's
too.
not even trying to hide it.
Dude, I feel like Vegas doesn't have a shot like in this whole period.
Yeah, I think Carolina's been playing pretty well. I mean, we just said it. They need to be able to capitalize here on.
They got their power play going too.
Yeah. What's the thing we always say? Or not even just us. I mean, you hear anyone that talks about the playoffs, how important special teams is.
It's
You got to be
crazy
able to
too
get those
because
goals.
Aho, Svechnikov, and I mean Jarvis had a huge goal in this series, but like you'd expect those guys to be putting up fucking numbers for
Yeah,
what
I can
they're
never
doing.
say his name, dude. The Russian dude. You just said it. Svechnikov.
Svechnikov.
Yeah. Has he done like much
Not
this
really.
series? I was gonna say I feel like I haven't overly heard.
He had
I think he did have an OT winner at some point, but like other than that, I think he
in
only maybe two
yeah,
other goals.
in the last round,
Dude,
I think it
I
was
mean, hey,
Montreal.
boys, puck don't lie. I mean,
Yeah.
What?
Oh
fuck
god, he's
me,
about to fucking score.
puck don't lie.
No fucking way.
Oh, he tucked it.
No
Did he?
Literally can't, boys. You
Dude, are
can't
you
make this up.
serious? What the fuck?
Literally can't
That's
make this up.
crazy.
Wait, did you seriously not see that already? You
No,
just brought
when
him
I
up.
was talking to
That's unreal.
they just scored. I'm a little ahead of you guys.
Yeah,
but
no, I
when
believe
I
you.
started that whole thing, it was before he.
Yeah, you're probably like 10, maybe not even 10 seconds ahead of me.
Also, that wouldn't benefit me, dude, at all.
No, no. I was just seeing if you were fucking around, but
I was just
If
gonna
anything,
say-
I would have been like, dude, honestly, he's been kind of buzzing. I think he's gonna get one here soon.
yeah.
One's got
Yeah.
to go for him.
Yeah, you wouldn't be
I
like,
was,
does this guy suck or what?
Yeah.
I was gonna say
Fistful
too,
in the
he's
playoffs.
normally their big playoff performer. Like
He's
the
a,
last 2 years, he's been their top scorer.
he's their goal scorer too.
He plays a
in
tough
general.
role too, though, dude. He's a big guy. He's kind of
Yeah,
like
playoff.
just playing the body and
Yeah. But hey, like that's where this team works, right? Because they're getting it from anybody. Like Halsey steps up in a moment. They're getting Stankoven in certain games. Jordan Staal is playing out of his fucking mind. He's playing like he's like
Yeah.
going back in time right now just because he wants a cup. So this would be his second cup then, right?
Yeah,
Because
he won with Pittsburgh.
yeah.
oh, he didn't win with Carolina. Okay.
No, that was Eric Stahl won with Carolina.
Yeah.
This is where Vegas just scares me, though, dude. Like, not even so much right now, but just like late in the
Yeah.
second. Like, we just kind of talked about it, how like they haven't, like Jake had said, they didn't even have really a shot. Like, they haven't looked great. All the pressure's been coming from Carolina.
Yeah.
But then it's like they go in intermission, come out for the third, and it's like,
It's a
all
different
right,
team.
like here comes Vegas.
Yeah, they're gonna flip the script for this period right now.
Like they're gonna start just buzzing.
I
That's
would be surprised if they get a quick goal here too, tied up.
that's what makes this sport so fun. Like, especially when you've watched it as much as we have, like when you're watching good teams where it's like you can start to tell when they're gonna like, because you can't watch 3 hours with your eyes glued to the screen, but you can start to notice like, oh shit, these guys are buzzing now. And it's fun to like watch that turn into a goal or not to, you know?
The
But
worst is
yeah.
when a team's buzzing and there's all this ozone pressure, shots, and then it just like it's almost a goal. Like they get a bad bounce, goes the other way, and then those are usually the ones too where you're like, oh, Here it comes. This is going to
Yeah.
go in on the other side.
Well, that only sucks when it's your team.
Yeah.
Because I like watching. I don't care when that happens any other
Which that
time.
is the Bruins
I
season,
feel like
pretty much where they're
exactly,
at. Like,
exactly. That's the thing. That's the Bruins right there. It's just
like,
fucking.
damn, dude, they're buzzing.
They're
Like, one of these
flying.
has to go in.
This is the Bruins mafia.
And
And
it's
then,
like, yeah, Jack, one's going to go in. It's going to go in on the other
yeah,
side.
Lori just went bar down on Swayman. But yeah, no, I totally agree. I mean, especially earlier in this series, like it felt like Vegas, or in throughout the playoffs, it felt like Vegas has just come back all playoffs, and they've just been so deadly, and that makes it really, the confidence, obviously. But where were you guys in the not, on Saturday for the last game? Were you guys doing anything? Because I was at a local bar with a couple of friends, and that was such an insane hockey game to like,
Oh my,
especially kind of be drinking for that comeback, with Carolina.
I'm trying to think what I did Saturday.
not gonna lie, I barely watched the game. I was on a boat all day, got hammered, completely forgot about the game. Went to like a barbecue after and was there like all night. Checked my phone and I was like, oh my God, they're in overtime. And I threw it on my phone and I was like, could barely see the screen.
Yeah.
Not a great one to miss, but it
No,
happened.
I had a couple of too many drinks as well, but I just remember like I would turn, and then me and this kid Freddie, we would just be like, we would both like poke each other every 3 minutes, and just, or not even that. How many? What was the stat? Do either of you guys know? I think they scored 3 goals in like under a minute.
It was like 37 seconds or something.
Yeah, it
Oh,
was absurd.
Oh boy.
Howden with that breakaway, big save by Buss.
But this
But yeah,
is like what we were saying, dude. They just turned the switch.
yeah, because Carolina, like, they gotta take a couple goal lead, where it's
They
like
flip it.
you can't just have a 1 goal lead against Vegas, and that's obviously what happened to them. Was that game one where they had a lead and kind of choked it to Vegas?
That
Yeah,
was
I think so,
I
right?
Yeah.
think,
Yeah.
yeah.
Because last game they were able to weather the storm.
Last game they held it. The game prior, Vegas choked, and I think
Which I mean, that's with
Vegas
every
won game
team.
two. So I think it was,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's with every team, but I think especially when you're playing Vegas, like you just
Oh,
have to find a way to weather the storm.
yeah.
Get up a goal, just get pucks into the corner,
This is a
off the
wild
glass.
sequence, dude. They're like elbow and Bussy. But yeah, I mean, I think like Ray Ferraro said it, and like obviously it's kind of a simple thing, but like just can't take your foot off the gas. Like you have to balance because you can't be going 100% for the entire game. Like you have to weather the storm, like you just said. But there's just a level where you
Dude,
just
this is
feel like,
insanity, dude.
yeah, like
The amount of hits.
oh, I thought they scored. Oh, who was that?
oh my
Someone,
God.
someone just killed a baby on Carolina. He
I
looked
think it
like
was Lauzon, dude, in front of his own bench, just almost did the splits.
oh, I didn't see that.
Boys, I feel like
Oh, there
Eichel's
it
getting one
is.
here.
What'd you say?
So I feel like Eichel's getting the next one. I feel like he's so due.
Yeah, I just saw a stat. It said there was a list with him on it and Sagan. It was the most points in a playoff without a goal. And I think he's had like 10 points without a goal.
Uh,
Dude.
dude, you see his
Marner and
freaking
Howden, too.
rip off the crossbar last game?
Yeah, that's true. Uh, was that Eichel he's talking about?
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, he snipped that.
Oh, yeah,
from
fucking
no angle too.
Marner, dude. Yeah,
Oh,
but he didn't score though. I mean, that's
no,
the
he
thing
didn't
is
score,
he
but
did. I don't even know if it hit the crossbar. It did it
it
for
did.
sure. I thought he might have missed,
It
but
looks like it
he still.
live that he missed, but I saw like a
Oh,
post when he hit the crossbar. Oh my God!
Yeah,
uh-huh,
what a goal, huh?
uh-huh.
Another guy we just fucking said.
Did we?
Yeah, I said Aho, Svechnikov, and Jarvis haven't really done that much.
Oh yeah, that's their top. That's their whole top line too. So that's big. They need. Yeah, they
Who
definitely need those
fed that
guys.
dude?
It looked like a
Was it
D-man
the
must have.
demon? Who's on the right side? Is
Might
that
have been
Walker?
Costa Spear.
Walker. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was.
That was a slick. He like caught it with his feet. He like settled it with
Yeah,
his
Just like
that was
feet.
a hell of a
he gave
play.
himself a one-timer off
Oh,
the feet.
oh,
With his
dude,
off
that
shot.
was silky. The
That's
finish
insane,
too, like just the one, and he is finished, isn't he?
dude.
Yeah,
He
what
That's why it
literally gave
works,
himself a
dude.
one-timer.
If he was Swedish, he
he
would
would
have
have.
hit the hot dog stand person.
Yeah, would hit the fucking snack vendor for sure. Yeah, that was silky.
This place is buzzing, dude.
Yeah, I mean that's so huge.
Such a sick game to be at.
Yeah,
Even just out in Carolina, dude.
dude, look, I've never seen this building like this. Like they're all on their feet. This is fucking crazy.
That's the best, dude, honestly, when you're at a game. It's kind of like that when we were at that USA game, like.
Yeah,
And there's
that's
been
probably
moments,
game
like different
7.
playoff games I've
It's
been
a
at,
leaps.
yeah, where it's like everyone's just standing. Like it's honestly great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't know.
You just gotta get to a new one. I mean, you've had some tough luck. My
You
only
weren't standing at the last game?
I was hanging off the balcony, not standing.
someone had to save you from killing yourself.
My
I mean,
shoes
I
were
just
not. My
I
shoes.
got lucky like going 2018 game 7 against Toronto because other than that, I don't think I've been to that many Bruins successes like at all, really.
The
There
only
just
other
hasn't haven't
playoff
been that
game
many.
I went to was 2010 against the Flyers, game 3. They won that game, but then after that, we all know how that one went.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. That was a crazy series just because I remember like Krejci got hurt and Krejci was such a big part. I was thinking about this like recently too, guys. Like I think, we all love Bergeron, but really what I think a lot of teams like we start talking about 1Cs and all that stuff. I think what you really need is a 1A, 1B who can just be on the ice pretty much all the time and complement each other. Like Bergeron was a 200-foot player, perfect, and then he would bring offense with Marchand as well. And then Krejci was a solid 200-foot player, but he was the one who would like step up offensively and just create stuff.
Just
So,
inject offense.
yeah. So I just think like, the Bruins, like maybe
He was
Zacha,
primarily getting all the ozone starts.
yeah,
That line, like Bergie's line, for the most part, they were just D zone kind of starts to get up the ice. But
I think especially like when they won the cup in the next few seasons after that. And then obviously we remember the perfection line. Like that line started to take over where they, were just so good. But I mean, yeah, if the Bruins could replicate that or any team.
it's the same thing though. Like if you had stuck a younger Pasta with Krejci, like
Oh, yeah.
it would have worked. You know what I mean? I think, and that's why I give a lot of credit to Krejci because he stuck it out. He wasn't a player that whined or, and it's like Bergie did kind of get like he
Everything.
got Pasta, he got Marshy. You look at how many wingers Krejci had to play with.
Yeah. 100%. Krejci, that's probably why he, part of the reason he left. I mean, sucks they didn't ever get more. But hey, I will say, so I looked up this new coach. He was all right, first of all, his name is Matt McIvan. His wife is Megan. His children are Mason and Mila. So they're all M names. It's just a small fact. Uh It says he's an excellent teacher and communicator who has done a great job developing players throughout his coaching career. He now joins Chris Kelly, Steve Spott, and Baba Senza on Sturm's coaching staff entering the 26-27 season. While his exact role has not been announced, the writing on the wall that he'll take Leach's previous duties in Boston, who ran the defense and penalty kill. So that makes sense.
Yeah.
So yeah, that'll be intriguing.
I mean, I think it's good to get guys in that obviously Sturm will back and has a relationship with, but also just kind of new blood.
Mm.
Maybe different way of thinking.
Yeah.
I think anything helps. Like I'd rather see that than just recycling these older coaches. Like I'm really happy the way that the Bruins went. And that's why I think when you brought up Pavelski, like I think that'd be a great move on Toronto's
Toronto.
part. Like just instead of
Yeah.
going out and just getting
Well, also look at like Matthews, right? Like I bet Matthews would love Joe Pavelski. He loves Thornton, right? And they all loved a lot of those San Jose guys. And it just seems,
is an American.
yeah, yeah, he's exactly. And it just seems like too, like this is kind of my opinion on the whole crux of the issue with Babcock is like Babcock viewed himself as bigger than the team, and I think we can all agree coaching in hockey is important, but it's not the same as like football. Football is honestly a lot of like CTE induced players who are barely thinking out there and the coaches are like drawing plays like there's a ton of film and understanding of the game that goes into coaching a football team. You talk about hockey, like there's not a ton of plays that happen in hockey. It's a fast-paced sport. They change on the fly. And it's just at the end of the day, like these coaches are not sometimes I think they try to be really hard asses so that they can get the respect of the players, so they don't feel like a friend. And I get that. But some guys take it so far where it's like, buddy, like they don't need a guy to scream at them every day, And sometimes it works, sometimes it helps, right? We saw with Bruce Cassidy won a cup with Vegas and all that, but I don't know. That's just my thought. So yeah, I agree. I'm glad they're going in that direction, and we'll see what it does. What do you guys think this game is going? Do you think Vegas is coming back, or are we getting a Carolina win here?
Yeah, I saw that every game so far. There's been a 2-goal comeback, so I don't see why that would stop now.
That's crazy.
I think they make a push. I still think Carolina's able
Yeah, that would be a kick in the dick for Vegas too, wouldn't it? Like, I feel like there's so much momentum swings throughout this, and to
to. You
beat
need to
down,
make Vegas beat you. They can't give Vegas anything because I think Vegas has the upper hand, or I guess they have the edge. Like I think Carolina's great, but I still think deep down,
they don't have Eichel, they don't have
yeah, like
Stone.
they just need to. They need to beat them. They can't. You cannot afford to give Vegas anything.
Yeah, they have to. This is a huge third period for them, and they just gotta keep their foot on the gas, and yeah, we'll see.
Because I think it's almost
Shut the door.
a guarantee Vegas goes home and they win next game.
Yeah, I mean, I think you win this if you're Carolina, and like you obviously now the ball's in Vegas's court, but like you have them right where you want them. Obviously, who knows? I mean, it's all these games are complete. Seems like a complete coin flip.
Well,
Betting
just
on.
with the way the scoring's been, I feel like going into this series, nobody anticipated like how high scoring it's been. I feel like the way that the teams played, you almost thought that it would have been a little bit tighter.
For sure.
But then you look and it's like, all right, like scoring 3 goals and what was that stat?
39 seconds, I think it
Yeah,
was.
it's like absurd. So it's like, I mean, that alone, I think the
Yeah.
Bruins had that in the behind the beer. There's some statement about that. I think Chucky Mack made it, where it's like you gotta be the team that does that to be able to believe in doing it,
Yeah.
and it's true. I mean, Vegas has already done it. Why can't they do it again?
Yeah. No, 100%. I mean, they're not feeling too shook right now. Yeah.
No, dude, not at all.
2 goals.
If anything, I think Carolina's the more nervous team right now. You gotta.
Younger team, inexperienced maybe. But Jordan Staal is a huge part of that too, right? Like he's got to be a huge leader for them in these moments.
Yeah,
And I imagine him and Broad or Jesus, Broad. Broad Silvador.
him and his rod.
Yeah, exactly. But just telling them like, how they got to view it and making sure they don't fuck up. But I was thinking the same thing you had mentioned too about like if they were to lose, how devastating that would be. And it's just people are gonna hate Vegas so much if Vegas pulls this off. Because Carolina is like almost like the good guys in this, But that's a simplistic view. Yeah, guys, I don't know. I don't really know how much else there is to discuss.
Yeah, I don't really have too much else. Thought that was a solid,
Yeah, we
solid
crushed.
chat.
I think we crushed it. I think we had our timer. I was just trying to think if there was any like trade stuff or coaching stuff that I forgot about.
I don't think so. I think we covered everything, honestly.
Yeah. So we will see what happens, and we'll see when we chat next. But
We got some big stuff coming out. The golf line,
yeah,
golf slash just summer hats, summer material. I think they all look pretty solid.
hell yeah. Yeah, we're gonna. What hat is Mark Messier wearing? Is
Yeah,
that
what the fuck is that?
PK's hat, dude? That's gotta
It
be.
looks like a state trooper, dude, in New Hampshire.
It's
Looks like one of
levitating on his head.
Looks like one of those cops that would pull you over and
Oh,
make you walk in a line.
that looks so silly on him. But yeah, no, we got a bunch of good stuff coming. And I don't know, I'm gonna have to order some of those polos and just start testing the quality of them because it's coming up soon. So I mean, a few different things trying to drop, and 4th of July, Father's Day stuff. We'll do some USA golf kind of line this summer. Probably gonna do a excuse me, a hat for whoever wins. Just coming up with that.
That Vegas one looks sick.
Yeah. Oh, you like that one? The
I love that.
house always wins. Yeah, so we'll see who wins and do something with that. But yeah, good stuff as usual. Yeah, brothers. Any last words?
Go Canes, go!
I hope my bet hits.
What did you have? So,
In Vegas to win the cup.
Oh. Yeah, we'll see. All right, boys. Good chatting with you.
Is there?
Like,
Send us a pineapple if you listen this far.
always a pleasure.
Oh yeah. And I am 10 hours off of Zin documenting that as well.
And they coming on count receipts. And I'm somewhere I'm living remote. And the beats are proud as me. Got a cat that he came with a boat. One more time, let me hear you. How the fuck I'm bored? I've been cooking on the yacht. How the fuck I talk? It's a movie every style. I could barely walk. I got Uzi on the dot. I stay 10 toes. I got Gucci on my socks. Someone make it stop.